When you take a microscopic view of the houses in Guzape, you notice that they are all it's too tight. Staying in Nyanya by yourself, in your own compound, in your own house, gives you that sanity, privacy. But if you are staying in these houses in Guzape, especially in a rented apartment, and of course, rented apartments are always tight, to the extent that if you are frying fish in your own house, or your neighbor could you smell them?
What are you saying? Have you been to Guzape before? In Nigeria as a whole, Guzape is one of the most expensive places. Let me even forget about that point that you guys want to justify. That point is badadash. As a human, I want you to know that 80% of your success in life is determined on where you live. If you're a young man that is trying to grow, try as much as you can to live in a good environment.
My brother, not trap. You will owe. You will owe. They will evict you. Rent is the money you pay to live in a house you never own. A decent 2-bedroom flat in Guzape goes from 5 million to 12 million. That's about 50 million to 120 million in a year. Now that same money can buy you a land in Nyanya, build you a house, paint that house, furnish the house, and even get small change to take by small thing. To me, that's a financial mistake. Nyanya is a rising environment.
The fact that I'm renting an apartment now does not mean I won't own a house someday.
How long are you going to rent an apartment?
Yes. If I'm renting an apartment in Guzape, I want you to know that everything that has to do with electricity, all the bills, water and everything, the apartment is going to maintain everything. If I'm owning a house in Nyanya, and I'll be the one fueling my gen, probably paying for my water, sometimes I even construct roads. Guzape, there is light 24 hours. But my sister, this guy does not know Guzape.
I've seen a rented apartment in Guzape. It's like having a girlfriend that is out of your league. You go spend, and at the end of the day, nobody you get happy.
Hi guys, welcome to the second episode of Real Estate Talk with SHEERAH. And here with me is
Tribarchief, Mark Jerry.
And
Ability, the state of being able.
Welcome. You're welcome back.
Thank you.
Remember from our last episode, these two guys, they bantered each other. And they said they were going to come back and give us more points. So here they are today. And the question was, would you rather own a house in Nyanya or rent an apartment in Guzape? So I'll start with you, Mr. McJerry. You made mention of something that caught my attention the last time. You said staying in Nyanya gives you the liberty of being at peace. Does that mean when you stay in Guzape, you don't have peace at all?
Thank you for that question. Ask him.
I'm supposed to answer that very, very critically.
Okay.
You see, when you take a microscopic view of the houses in Guzape, you notice that they are all it's too tight. There are no space. And the reason I say that is because staying in Nyanya by yourself, in your own compound, in your own house, gives you that sanity, privacy, freedom.
You see all this thing he's saying?
Wait, let me finish you. Gives you that liberty. But if you are staying in these houses in Guzape, especially in a rented apartment, and of course, rented apartments are always tight. Always tight. To the extent that if you are frying fish in your own house, your neighbor could smell them. You understand?
Yes.
It could disturb you. Say, what is this man?
What are you saying?
That is not the kind of conversation I want to be having.
Have you been, wait, let me ask him this question. Have you been to Guzape before?
Sweet Jesus. How many Guzapes do we have in Abuja?
Just one.
Have you been there? That is what I'm asking.
Have you been to Guzape?
I have been to Guzape. What are you saying?
Where in Guzape have you been to?
It does not matter where. Guzape is Guzape.
Guzape has a very, it's one of the most expensive place in the whole of, am I saying Abuja alone? In Nigeria as a whole, Guzape is one of the most expensive places. And then Guzape has a very good terrain. There's nothing that you want to say that Guzape. And now let me come back. Let me even forget about that point that you guys want to justify. That point is badadash. Now let me come back to my own point. Number one is that as a human, I want you to know that 80% of your success in life is determined on where you live.
Yeah.
That's what I want you to know. Mm-hmm. And then now, if you're a young man or a young family that is trying to grow, I will beg you, please, I'm begging you, my viewers, please try as much as you can to live in a good environment.
My brother, not trap.
Listen to me, not Nyanya.
Not trap.
Nyanya can never be a good environment.
You are going to a life debt. You will owe. You will owe. They will
Mr. Ability.
Listen, no, wait. You will not. See.
Hold on. See. let me tell you something that he may not actually really understand. As a Nigerian, a thriving Nigerian with a small business, right? And you want to go and pay a rent in Guzape. Now, let me tell you something. Rent is the money you pay to live in a house you never own. Now, second, please, hear me. Secondly, a decent 2-bedroom flat in Guzape goes from 5 million to 12 million. That's about 50 million to 120 million in a year. Now, that same money can buy you a land in Nyanya, build you a house, paint that house, furnish the house, and even get small change to take by small here. Do you understand what I'm trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Now, that is the freedom I'm talking about. It gives you that freedom. You don't have it in Guzape. I don't want landlord to come and knock for my door. Or Gafa. Your rent don't
in Guzape, landlords
do you know how much it means to spend 5 to 12 million naira annually?
In Guzape, landlords
in a rental apartment.
Okay.
When, as a thriving man, you are just trying to find your place in the society. It doesn't. To me, that is a financial mistake.
Now.
So, Mark Jerry, sorry for cutting. Mark Jerry, let me ask you something. Do you know the popular Nyanya Bridge?
I know the popular Nyanya Bridge.
You have been to that. You have used the pedestrian bridge.
I have used the pedestrian bridge.
Okay. When it comes to accessing town from Nyanya,
the roads are being see. It's as if you guys are misunderstanding the fact that that road and Nyanya is a rising environment. These constructions are currently ongoing. They are making sure that all the businesses there, they have a conducive environment. You know, Guzape was once like Nyanya, but people don't understand.
Hello, please, let me cut you here.
Do you understand?
Now, let me cut you here. Before I forget, you said something about when owning a house and then you being stable and all that. Let me tell you something. The fact that I'm renting an apartment now does not mean I won't own a house someday.
How long are you going to rent that apartment?
Listen to me. Calm down. Now, I will own a house someday. Now, this apartment I'm renting, as a young man who wants to start a life, who wants to start a family, I want to stay in a very good environment, which my children... Remember I said something earlier that 80% of your success in life is determined the place you stay.
Does staying in Nyanya stop you from having that success?
For being successful. Now listen to me. Staying in Nyanya will stop you. It will.
It does not.
Listen to me. And again, I want to give you another point.
It's not entirely tied to where you live.
I want to give you another point. Now, if I'm renting an apartment in Guzape, listen, if I'm renting an apartment in Guzape, I want you to know that everything that has to do with electricity, any bill at all the bills, water and everything will be... The apartment is going to maintain everything. Now, if I'm owning a house in Nyanya, and I'll be the one fueling my gen, fueling my, probably paying for my water. Sometimes I even construct road myself.
But you do all that.
Are you not supposed to do that?
I won't be doing that in Guzape.
Okay.
Guzape, there is light 24 hours.
Are you not paying
for the
bills?
lights?
Are you not paying bills?
I'm paying for the bills.
Yes.
But then if it has fault or something, I'll call the maintenance. They will maintain it.
Are you saying that owning a house in Nyanya stops you from having these technicians or these artisans to come and do work for you?
See, owning a house in Nyanya, the electricity.
There are solars everywhere, my brother.
Forget the solar.
And now listen to me very
Forget the solar. There are things solar cannot do.
Do you know?
There are things solar. You said something perceive Sorry, I forgot. You said something earlier about frying a fish and then your neighbor perceiving the fish, perceiving the aroma of the fish. My brother, that is Nyanya people's thinking.
No.
Why will I be frying the fish and my neighbor is perceiving the...
Do you know why? Do you know
aroma?
why?
I don't understand.
Because
that is
the
Nyanya
wall of your
people.
bed, do you know why?
No.
Because the houses are so tight, they are so close. You can't even breathe in peace.
Mr. Majai, does that mean that you cannot get houses that, it depends on your budget?
My sister, this guy does not know Guzape.
I just gave you a clue.
Do you know Guzape?
I just gave you a clue. I just gave you a clue.
Guzape's houses are not tight.
Now, listen, let me say, staying in Guzape is like dating a fine girl that is out of your league.
I don't understand.
Are you aware? You go spend. At the end of the day, no be you get that babe. But owning a house in
What do you say?
Listen, I'm giving you a smell.
Wait, say it again.
I said staying in Guzape, paying a rent, staying in a rented apartment in Guzape, it's like having a girlfriend that is out of your league.
It's a lie.
Listen, that is way out of your league.
Okay.
You go spend, and at the end of the day, Nobody you get that big.
So that means you're investing.
Now listen, you are
investing.
No, that's not even a wise investment. But owning a house in Nyanya is like having a loyal wife. Once you invest once, that is it for a lifetime. What am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is that having a house of your own saves you from that rent trap. Rent trap where you get to pay rent, the money you pay to live in a house you will never own, right? And then the rents are always skyrocketed every single year. You see landlord will come, they knock for your door. Rent don't they finish. In short, see, let me tell you something. A person who is staying in a rented apartment cannot sleep with two eyes closed.
It's a lie, yo. It's a lie. Not to Guzape.
Listen to me.
You cannot sleep with two eyes closed. One eye will be on landlord.
It's a lie.
The other eye will be on your pocket.
But
if you own a house in Nyanya,
this guy is using
if you own a house in Nyanya, you sleep in peace.
This guy is using this
Nyanya
Nyanya mentality.
It's not. This is
You
not.
are guys, I want you to have me in the comment section. This guy is actually using. Yes, my last point. Thank you very much. Now listen to me. The fact is, if I'm renting an apartment in Guzape,
yes,
I will have other money. For me to rent an apartment in Guzape, it means I'm very capable to own a business around Guzape. Yes, that's the fact.
I want us to do a very short mathematics here.
Okay.
Because everything that is being discussed, right, I think it still also borders within mathematics. So I just gave you a simple scenario.
Okay.
Earlier. If you're staying in a rented apartment
in
Guzape and you're paying 5 to 12 million annually, I just gave you a simple, statistics. That is going to be around in 10 years. That is about, in a year, right?
Yeah.
That's about 50 to 120 million.
Okay.
And I just gave you that. With that 50 to 120 million, you can own a house in Nyanya. Still have change to fund your business.
Okay.
Now, this is where people miss it. If you have a business, a growing business or a startup business, that money you are pumping into your rent can go to scaling your business.
Now listen to me.
And when that business is scaling, your business is in town.
Now your mathematics is wrong. Now listen to me. Listen to me.
And I'm living peacefully.
Listen to me.
And also generating revenue from my business in
Listen
town.
to me. Listen to me. Yeah. Now, if I'm having 150 million naira in my account, I should be able to scout for a house in Guzape that will at least cost like 80 to 100 million. There are houses in Guzape. Of course. I will scout for a house that will cost 80 to 100 million. Then we'll use the remaining 50 million to fund my business around town.
Do you know how much
a business that I fund with 50 million around Abuja will generate more income than the business you fund with even 100 million around Nyanya.
No.
If you fund any business, listen to me.
You're getting me wrong.
If you fund any business,
owning a house in Guzape does not necessitate you owning business in Guzape.
I'm not saying
owning business in Nyanya. I said,
and
I quote, I said having a business, having a house in Nyanya will save you a lot because that 100 million you are paying.
Now you're telling me.
In 5 years you might have paid 500 million. That's 500 million.
Yes.
And I will use that same money you paid in 1 year to build my house in Nyanya and save myself 300 million. I will use and invest in my business.
Now owning a house is like. It's like, I don't know how to say it, but then...
His special situation, owning a house is liability. It's an asset, brotherly.
It's an asset, of course. But that does not mean me now having a plan to own that asset in future time and then building a bigger way of owning that asset is more better than me owning assets now. That I don't know how to put it, but then I feel if as a young man, I'm starting a life. I'm starting a family.
You're starting a life. You're renting house 100 million. You are starting in Nigeria. This economy.
Listen to me now.
It does not work like that, my brother.
If you're starting a house, then you're going to build house. How many million?
See that money you're going to pay in 5 years, $500 million for 100 million, right? I will use that for 100 million, right? Use 100 million, build my house.
You're still saying the same thing.
I will build my house, use 400 million for my business in town.
Now, where you're staying, people looks at you. There is more prestige when you say you're staying in Guzape.
I'm not talking about prestige.
Wait. Let me finish. There's more prestige to say when I'm staying in Guzape. That is one. My children learn faster. There are tendency of my children being more clever and more intelligent.
Because they are better
schools in Guzape.
Is that not why they are reconstructing?
Margery, see, as I was saying. Now the fact I want you to.
How many years?
And SHEERAH, are you listening?
Yes, I'm listening.
I want Margery to understand that the environment you stay, you think there are tendency of you thinking alike.
It's a mindset.
Like the people.
This thing is a mindset.
No,
the fact that you're poor does not mean that.
Now let me give you a clear example. Let me give you a clear example of this. Listen to me. Let me give you a clear example of this.
Listening.
Do you know that when you stay in Maraba Nyanya, you have to be a very rough driver to achieve your goals, to be on point in wherever you're going to?
That your conclusion is not. It's not backed by facts.
How?
Not entirely.
I'll give you facts.
I've been there. It's not backed by facts entirely.
See,
I've in
after
Nyanya.
the first episode, I went to Nyanya.
Yes.
I made the research. I have videos here that can show that.
I went to Guzape too.
You went to Guzape.
Videos.
God bless you.
Selling one tiny piece of land for 1 billion.
Whoa.
Do you understand?
That 1 billion
I will
land.
get to that in episode 3.
That 1 billion land, which that 1 billion land. Listen to me. That 1 billion land can feed more than how many people in Nyanya?
We're not talking about
the land. Listen to me now. If I'm talking about feeding, you ask me how.
Your base of argument.
He asked me how. Do you know the properties in Nyanya?
You are focused on social class. You are focused on social class. I'm talking about making money and living legacy. You are paying for luxury. I am building legacy. There's a difference, brother.
What legacy? Does that mean I can't build legacy for my?
What legacy are you building staying in a rented apartment? That's not legacy.
What are you saying?
That is deceit.
For the fact that I'm renting an apartment.
That is deceit.
Wait, for the fact that I'm renting an apartment.
Yes.
Does that mean I won't own a house one day?
It will take you time.
It won't take me time.
What makes you think
it has to do with planning.
And you are willing to pay for 5 years rent, 100 million
I'm
per year.
not willing. You're not. It's a mindset.
I said it's a mindset, of course, initially. That money you used and paid that for the first year, I'm already completing my house in Nyanya. 100 million.
A house that you will still be the one being sure that the house maintenance. Do you remember you'll be doing maintenance?
A house that will live in peace and no landlord or estate manager will come and knock on my gate.
Maintenance, right?
Of course you do maintenance.
If I'm renting, I won't be the one in charge of my maintenance.
We're not talking about you are paying for maintenance. Don't you pay service charge?
God bless you. I'm paying for it. But
if you're spending 2 million annually for service charge,
it's been accumulated.
No. If you're paying 2 million or 1 million annually for service charge, that is more than enough for me to maintain my compound in a year in Nyanya. And I will even have one small football pitch, and swimming pool by the side, safe.
Swimming pool in where? In Nyanya?
Yes, now.
In Nyanya?
With 100 million.
My brother, it's not possible. Listen to me.
Build a house.
It's not like
furnish it.
It's very possible to own a swimming pool, but then you can't maintain it in Nyanya.
I can maintain it.
You can never.
It depends on the experience.
You can never maintain it in Nyanya.
How can you say you can never maintain swimming pool in my own compound?
See.
My own compound.
Yes.
Where there are artisans everywhere.
Your own compound. What about the road? That is very bad.
Thank you very much.
What about the dust outside?
How does dust and road affect swimming pool in a compound?
It will affect it.
It will affect it.
There's one breeze that do like that used to blow like this. Have you ever seen something like that in Guzape?
Compound.
Have you ever seen?
My brother.
Now wait. See. In short, we don't speak English. Let me break this thing down.
There's nothing we are want to break down.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'm coming.
Please listen to me. Please, before you sign out, I want you to understand that there are winches and wizards. Winches food
everywhere in the country.
Now, like they're not the Guzape.
There's no place that is exempted.
They're not the Guzape. Do you know? Have you seen all these pastors that comes to the street to preach in Guzape? Have you seen them before?
No.
They are in Nyanya, true or false?
I think you are generally.
True.
There is what called public disturbance. In Nyanya, you can't be focused. There is no way.
Living in your own house, you'll be focused.
You can never.
You will.
Listen to me. You cannot.
Focused. I'm telling you, you'll be focused.
You cannot be focused.
You see, as a matter of fact, if you're staying in Guzape, your neighbor is disturbing you with music. Loud music.
Guzape?
Yes.
No, Mr. McJerry, you're wrong.
No.
When it comes to Guzape,
there
are rules and regulations for people that stay in Guzape.
Thank you very much.
It depends on the estate at which you're staying. Now, let me give you a very simple scenario.
No. This guy
listen to me now. I want to mention a particular estate in Guzape.
Wait. Is it? No, don't mention anything.
I should not mention it.
Yes. But wait. Are you talking about Guzape extension? Like
I'm not talking about Guzape extension.
Now that your own compound that you have rules. Yes. Do you know the rules to your house? You don't have rules to it.
Of course.
With the way they argue, you have to do episode 3 continuous arguments. See you next time. Thank you very much. And that wraps up another episode of Real Estate Talk with SHEERAH. Every conversation here is designed to move you from where you are to where you want to be in the real estate world. So stay informed, stay inspired, and most importantly, take action. Follow Follow us on all platforms showing on your screen, and let's keep the conversation going. I'm SHEERAH, reminding you that real estate is the foundation of freedom. See you on the next one. Bye.